fourth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler in the backcourt. At small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. And it's Gasol at the center position. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
Sean Marion with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years. Basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of this game.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season. And Marion, a four-time All-Star, one of the most athletic and versatile players in league history. Still an excellent role player, even after all these years.
And it's Butler missing. The Cavaliers leading by 7. The pass to Irving. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Irving's got 7.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
A splendid pass that time by Rose. Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. 8th in assists. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
And how about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. You know, attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
And Marion has made a good chunk of change over his career. A lot of money. He said he wanted to walk away while he could still walk.
Yeah, well, he can't walk, and his game certainly could still walk and talk. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there. Wow, he's got such a sweet three-point stroke. The way he can shoot it, forcing opposing bigs out on the perimeter, can really open up the lane. And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
The drive by Love. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. You know, he's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
Chicago making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Waiters has checked in. And talk about the physical transformation for Kevin Love. Leaner, quicker, and stronger.
Yeah, credit yoga and Pilates. He's trying to be the very best he can be, and he's putting in the work to do that, so it actually helped him more at the defensive end. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
And he consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action. It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
And stolen by Irving. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
I didn't really expect him to turn it over as many times as he has in the second half. It's caught me by surprise because before the break he only had one.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott. Tony Snell's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Noah uses both hands to slam it down. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here. Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
And Love gets it to go.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Snell, the pass to Noah. Thompson with the block. Now Cleveland moving it up. That's good from Miller on the assist by Waiters. Waiters got his 5th assist in this one. 17 seconds left to play here in the third. Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. He dishes it to Mirotic. Lets the three fly. Got it to go with no time left on the clock. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 14. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Bulls trail by 14. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Marion is out there with Irving. And it's Thompson in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
With the fadeaway. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
Looked like he was maybe showboating a little bit. That fadeaway, really no reason for it.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Gibson comes in for Mirotic. And it's Rose in for Kirk Heinrich. A switch here also for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Kevin Love.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
LeBron with it. LeBron is doubled. Irving drives in, and that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 18. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Out to Marion. Clock at 6. LeBron James again.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
McDermott's checked in for Tony Snell. The Cavaliers leading by 18. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. On the wing, Irving. Marion against Butler. Marion dishes to James. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Rose attacking, and that one's good. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
And they double him up with LeBron. Gasol with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Cavaliers leading by 20. Outside Irving.
We talk so much about how valuable expiring contracts and draft picks are in terms of building a team, but one thing that gets overlooked is just how important having a player on a good contract can be. It opens up so many possibilities for a team.
Stolen by Thompson. And that one's good. James. James has got 10 points here in the second half.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for James. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Miller, the pass to Haywood. To the left wing. It's Miller on the wing. Defended by Dunleavy. The offensive rebound. Here's Haywood. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
Pass to Waiters. And it's Miller in the corner. And Thompson kicks to Miller. Kept alive. And it's Waiters atop the key. Thompson inside, working on Noah. No good, not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. And he makes the first.
Tony Snell. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.